Look, Ed Sheeran's music is hacky, and he's not setting out to be not hacky, so I don't feel like he should be in trouble for, like, it sounds like everyone else's music. Like, he's like, yeah, I know. What did you think you were getting into?
Well, so that last chorus is very, very kitchen sink.
Yeah, and you had to out kitchen sink the first chorus. So that rocks. I should also say there's a Beck song on Sea Change, Paper Tiger, that I think I ripped off. Not direct licks, but just the use of the strings. It's probably David Campbell who arranged them.
What about it? What particular?
Just
there's so many different.
I don't think that's a direct lift, but there there's that. That's if I have that in there, that's I think a direct lift.
Oh, interesting. That's a line from.
Or yeah, but one of those realizing later that it's a Sam Smith Tom Petty, not a.
Do you want to explicate on that one or?
No, I think everyone gets it. I think the 6 people who were going to get it are going to get it.
I think the more timely one is Ed Sheeran, Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, but that was even bunker. Like, he didn't steal anything.
Well, I mean...
It's the... Okay,
you
we
can't
do
play
this.
those...
We got 14 minutes left. We can't do this right now. Look, Ed Sheeran's music is hacky, and he's not setting out to be not hacky, so I don't feel like he should be in trouble for, like, it sounds like everyone else's music. Like, he's like, yeah, I know. Like, what did you think you were getting into? You know, seems
fair.
Like a really nice guy.
I just love the news reports that said that they were comparing Ed Sheeran sitting in the witness box playing his song on acoustic guitar to a digital electronic performance of Marvin Gaye.
Oh, because they couldn't...
Because of the copyright law, they couldn't play the recording. They could only play a realization of the submitted sheet music.
It's such a, like, Monty Python sketch or something. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those I'm annoyed at everyone situations. Like, you and I used to have, man, we should just do our own podcast or something. Or not. We should also maybe not do that. But I, like, we remember in Joshua Tree, we had, like, a long debate about authorship and yeah. I used to get it really under my skin that things were derivative. Like, it used to really bother me as a writer because I tried so hard not to be derivative, which was why I almost never wrote anything and have like, an EP's worth of material to my name over the last 20 years, then when people just seem really comfortable doing things that are unoriginal, it triggers me, not because I have any moral qualm with it. Like, I don't think they're wrong. I just can't get around the brain block of, like, wanting to put something out that I don't think is original because of whatever psychological hangups I have about it. So, like, it's not a thing of, like, that I think anyone's doing anything wrong. And I think I've come around to that place of, like, expression is collaborative and you have to draw on other things. But, like, I still never want to do that myself because of whatever the hangups I have. So then I feel this resentment of, like, who are they to just get to, like, who is Ed Sheeran to get to just write hit song after hit song that is, like, the derivative and sounds like everything else, but is also, like, really good and effective and that everybody likes, and, But
I think the point that you made to me then, which really resonated with me, is that it doesn't take that much work to recognize it and make it and just make a different choice. Turn a different direction. You know, if you have something and you kind of like it and you realize it just immediately calls to mind this other thing, well, then turn the melody the other direction, or change the chord 2 beats later, or just do something so that even though obviously we're drawing on the history of music, it's not like, I know what that is.
Yeah, or like if someone points out that it sounds like something else, then from that point you can't be like, oh, whoopsie, you know now, and you have to. Yeah, but I think I disagree with old me back then. Like I think I'm like, no, you could steal, it's fine, it doesn't matter. You don't owe anyone anything. Like, it's okay. I mean, there's obviously lines somewhere, but I do think the old "there's only 12 notes" thing is generally the place I fall now, but it's still not where I fall in my own place creatively. Like, I still don't want to just lift things and put them out into the world. So I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I won't write music then, because it's kind of impossible not to.
I mean, I think it's something everyone or most people struggle with in some way.
Also, like, thinking about grace or people whose artistic output is really tied to the way that they perform, that's a way to be original, because if you were sitting down with pencil and paper, it would be hard to avoid tropes and things. But, like, when you're making loops and you're literally making sounds that come out of your body and basing your material off of the sounds that come out of your body, that is harder to be like, I ripped someone off. Like, you joke about ripping off Reggie Watts because he has a similar process, but, like, you have a whole different set of improvisatory gestures that come out of you. So your music, besides being vocal loop-based music, isn't going to sound anything like Reggie Watts' music. But it is cool to sort of a hack for not wanting to be derivative is to like tie it to your own performance practice, and then it's like, well, there really is only one you. Like, so you know, there's a lot of different 1-6-4-5 songs, but there really is only one person generating improvisatory loops the way that you would. So that's kind of a cool workaround.
That's something. Or you build your own instrument.
Yeah, that sounds hard though. I'm pretty lazy.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Broadway guitarist who gets asked every 15 years to do a string arrangement is working out fine.
All right.
Let's listen to some of this stuff. Oh, here's that percussive guitarrón loop. So where I took the guitarrón and was just slapping the sides of it, slapping the strings you can hear, and trying to sync that up.
Buzzing the strings on the downbeats.
Yeah.
Just dope.
Essentially catching, you know, or reinforcing what Matsu's doing there. And we've got the that stuff still in there. Okay, so strings. Love that line.
I like Barry sax picking up the viola like.
And meanwhile, your Gimme Bloods are still looping here, right?
Give me blood, and I'm building another loop.
Uh-huh. Oh, the Hey Yeahs?
The hey yes, yeah.
Hey yeah, hey me all the blood, give me blood, give me wow. Hey yeah, hey yeah, blood, give me wow, wow. Yeah, hey yeah, blood, give me wow, wow. Hey yeah, wow, wow, wow. This hand has had so many. This hand is long and
Grace, can you talk to us about what songwriting-wise this end of the song is, this outro?
Bye. You made it. This is when the camera pans up to the heavens, because that's where your soul has gone, into oblivion. With the looper, in addition to the octave button that also has the tempo, there's a tempo track. And so in this song in particular, if I want to make this ending moment happen, I got to make sure that I've recorded the whole song with it all the way at the bottom, because the last thing I do is move it up to the very top, which quadruples the tempo and the pitch. And I like to do it with a little ramp up into it to give that sense of, oh gosh, here we go. It's like the little glitter bomb, or like Mulholland Drive. Like Mulholland Drive, where it's like, oh yeah, at the very end of your life, like, all these things just flash before your eyes. That's what it is. I don't need to reference Mulholland Drive for you to understand that it's
the cinematic trope
that it
being
is
deployed.
the flash of
the
flash of all the things we've heard before they're gone.
Yeah.
So the vocal loops ascend, and then Dillon, I think you really accomplished this with the strings as well.
No better cop out than to just tell the player, match looper gesture. I don't know. I'm not going to be there. You're the one that has to do it. But yeah, I mean, a harmonic ascending gliss with a dimin, get you every time.
We've got so many instructions here.
It's a lot.
Actually, what I love about that, though, is that for these first 6 beats, it's all one note. It's all unison. Yeah. And yet you can still hear all the different changes in timbre.
Because of they first start moving their bow from the bridge to the... Yeah.
And then they kind of get blurry again and back into...
And the change in timbre is going to be a change in pitch, because humans be humaning, in a good way. Violin has different tone vibrato instructions in violin, but harmonic gliss is all together. So it's like reading a 501c3 tax enrollment form. I mean, the last time I wrote any music was my wife and my the wedding. She wasn't my wife at the time. Then we got married, and then she was my wife. Anyway, I wrote a string quartet. I surprised her with it, but like it doesn't have anything like this in it, and so like it's just very funny blast from the past to see all this finicky new music-y stuff, because I just have been, Broadway guitar guy for so long since then.
Well, you know what? This is a pretty finicky new music-y song that hopefully nonetheless manages to reach people. And,
yeah.
make people
I'm sorry. It's totally unrelated to the goal of this taping. I'm just having like a nostalgic, emotional reaction to it. I remember you asking for this after I had done the arrangement. You were like, we need a little more spooky ominousness at the end, and that thing of like a unison moving to a chromatic cluster is very tried and true. Like that's, I think, how There Will Be Blood starts.
Well, it's really right for this particular moment.
Yeah, it's great.
Where we're trying to accomplish the ascension.
Yeah, it's that instability and then stability, and then everything just fades away.